Verify and control scope are part of project scope management knowledge area and falls under monitoring and controlling process group. What is validated scope? Validated scope is one of the most important processes for any project. If the project team is completing deliverables, those deliverables need to be inspected and accepted by the customer based on the requirements identified in the requirement documentation. For instance, you are making a car, so during its subcomponents productions called deliverables like doors, dashboard, etc., it must meet certain requirements specified in project requirement documents like being built correctly, being safe by having airbags, and including other features like air conditioning. So validate scope is the process of making sure these deliverables meet the requirements and are accepted. If there are problems or issues with the deliverables, then change requests may be created. This process ensures the project manager, sponsor, or customer formally accepts the deliverables or products. This is done periodically throughout the project or may be done at project completion. The verified deliverables obtained from control quality processes are an input to validate scope process. In validate scope, you need a scope management plan because a scope management plan explains how you will validate scope during the monitoring and controlling. You need requirement management plan as well along with the scope baseline where it contains a scope statement, work breakdown structure and work breakdown structure dictionary. And obviously in validate scope, when the deliverable is ready, you will correlate it with the requirements of the stakeholders. So obviously from project documents you need requirement documentation and requirement traceability matrix as well, because requirement traceability matrix correlate the requirement with the objectives. So at the time of validating these project deliverables with the requirements, objectives should be considered. And you need quality reports as well, because prerequisite to this process is requirement work where we actually correlate with the requirement. The information presented in the quality report may include all quality assurance issues managed or escalated by team, recommendations for improvement, and the summary of findings from the control quality process. This information is reviewed prior to product acceptance. So what we do in validate scope, if all such things have been done in quality knowledge area, in validate scope we formally get acceptance from the project sponsor. So the validate scope process differs from the control quality process in that the former is primarily concerned with the acceptance of the deliverable, while the latter is primarily concerned with the correctness of the deliverables and meeting the quality requirements specified for the project deliverables. In validate scope, we get formal approval from the customer or the project sponsor. In quality control, we correlate our deliverable with the requirements. So quality control is generally performed before validate scope, although the two processes may be performed in parallel, or a project manager can combine these processes as well. The only tool and technique in validate scope is inspection. Inspection includes activities such as measuring, examining, and validating to determine whether work and deliverables meet requirements and product acceptance criteria. Inspections are sometimes called reviews, product reviews, walkthrough. In some application area, these different terms have unique and specific meanings. And Another tool and technique is voting, which is used to reach a conclusion when the validation is performed by the project team and other stakeholders. So in output of validate scope, we have four major outputs. Number one is accepted deliverable. Work performance information. If deliverable has some issues, you will prepare change request document to the change control board, and obviously you will have to update project documents, requirement documentation and traceability matrix. In control scope, think about when you use a GPS function in your car or on a smartphone. If you go off course or miss a turn, the GPS automatically corrects this to bring you back to the original route. The control scope process is just like that. Control scope is the process of monitoring the status of the project and product scope and managing changes in the scope baseline. In validate scope, what we do, we get formal approval from the customer or project sponsor when our deliverable is done already. But in control scope, we correlate it with planned virtual actual. In this process, you are measuring or checking to see how the project is performing against what you said you would do. This is also known as planned versus actual. For example, did you complete a task in 2 weeks as planned? So control scope follows under the monitoring and controlling process group and is the process that really looks at how the project is performing by monitoring the status of the project and product scope. As changes occur in the project, this process ensures the scope baseline is maintained. So these are the inputs. You need the scope management plan, same like validate scope. You need requirement management plan, same like validate scope. You need change management plan, because obviously the purpose to work on control scope process is to correlate your actual work with the planned work. If any deviation you realize or notice, you will have to issue change request. So you need how you will address changes is given in change management plan. The change management plan defines the process for managing change on the project. You need configuration management plan, which defines those items that are configurable, those items that require formal change control, and the process for controlling changes to such items. You need a scope baseline, same like validate scope, which contains 3 documents. Number 1, scope statement, work breakdown structure and work breakdown structure dictionary. And you need performance measurement baseline. When using earned value analysis, the performance measurement baseline is compared to actual results to determine if a change or corrective action or preventive action is necessary. And same like you need requirement documentation and requirement traceability matrix like validate scope in control scope as well, along with the work performance data that include the number of change requests received, the number of requests accepted, and the number of deliverable verified, validated and completed, along with the organizational process asset. In tools and techniques, we have 2 tools and techniques under data analysis. Number 1 is variance analysis and trend analysis. Variance analysis is used to compare the baseline to the actual results and determine if the variance is within the threshold amount or corrective or preventive action is appropriate. We use earned value management tool and technique of control cost, and that tool and technique is applied here in control scope and control schedule as well. So I'll upload my video on earned value management very soon. Whereas trend analysis is concerned, trend analysis examines project performance over time to determine if performance is improving or deteriorating. Let's talk about the outputs of control scope process. Work performance information produced includes correlated and contextualized information on how the project and product scope are performing compared to the scope baseline. While in change request, analysis of project performance may result in a change request to scope and schedule baseline or other components of the project management plan. And you will have to update some documents like scope management plan, scope baseline, schedule baseline, cost baseline, performance measurement baseline if you make any changes through change request in this process. And obviously you will have to update requirement documentation and requirement traceability matrix. So this is all about project scope management. In this knowledge area I have covered 6 processes: plan scope management, collect requirement, define scope, create WBS, validate scope and control scope. Thank you.